Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today I am trying something new with my resin. And I have these little beads here that I took off an old necklace, but look how beautiful they shine. So what I decided to do was I wanted to smash them up and see what they will do in my resin. And you can see here in the bag, I smashed them all up with my hammer. And what I did to stay safe on this is I put them in a bag, and then I took an old crusty towel that I have, and then I hit them with a hammer, and now I have some crushed pieces. I'm going to keep them on this towel because I could throw this towel away afterwards because it is just worn to bits. So you can see all my paint and everything else on it. But I really want to see if crushing up some old beads would help, create something new. I'm also going to be adding some glitter to this just to kind of get an idea. So now I got to decide, what do I want to do here? Do I want to use my long ones? Do I want to do the short ones? Do I want to do something else? And I actually think I'm going to try, because I want to make a pair of earrings with this. So I'm going to use these two here. Let me get this. I have a little piece of dirt here. A little hair there. Okay. So the very first thing that I'm going to do for this experiment is just lay out some clear resin. I think I need a little bit more in this one. And I'm just going to take my lighter and going to go over and pop my bubbles right away. If I have bubbles stuck, just pop them. All right. So I'm going to take some of the broken beads and I'm going to start putting them in there. And I'm really hoping this gives me the look that I'm going for. These beads are so beautiful, but they're kind of kitty-like, so I won't use them. But I want to kind of repurpose them and really make them into something different if I can. I'm just going to spread these around. And then I am going to add just a tiny, tiny bit of glitter. Let's mix this up to try to get through the whole piece. And the reason I went with this glitter is because it shines just like those gems do. So now I'm going to add a little bit more resin. Okay, so now I'm going to put this under my UV light for a couple minutes and see how this turns out. But first, let's do our lighter bit again. Make sure all those bubbles are popped out of there. And I think I need just a tiny bit more resin. I want this right to the top. Okay, so let's see how this turns out. That's a big chunk. I want to make sure everything's nice and flat. Nothing's sticking out. All right. All right, so while that is under my UV light, we are going to make a small batch of white to go behind. Okay, so I do not need a lot for this because it is going to be a tiny amount. I'm just putting a thin layer right on there. So I'm going to put 1 drop in here. Actually, let's do 2 drops. And then I'll take my stick and just blend that together and see if I'm getting the white that I want, which I am not. So let's do another drop. I want this to be a really pretty white. And it's like a milky white. And I think that should be good. All right, so let me pull that out. And then we'll just put a small little layer right on the top. I'm going to spread it. And I'm hoping by putting the white behind, it gives me more of like a opal feel to this piece. I'll do my lighter once, pop all those bubbles. And now I'll put that back under for another minute. Okay, let's see if these turned out nice or not. And I'm seeing these for the first time with you. And that looks pretty cool. Oh, it has like a nice little rough edge to it. I like that a lot. It's still a little wet on that side. I took it out a little too early, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them in these ones here. And I'm going to put a little bit of resin on top. And this is why I put the gloves on today, because I have no idea how, I had no idea how this was going to come out. So I really want to just kind of play around with this. And I'm just going to kind of follow this here. I should have flipped my mold upside down, and I completely was just too impatient because I really wanted to just see the results. So that was my mistake. I'm carefully going right around that little hole there. But that really looks beautiful. Now I'm wondering what it would look like if we added some color to this. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So let me put this under my light. And while that is going, we're gonna try it again, but this time we're gonna add a little bit of blue. So I'm gonna get my crushed beads here. And I really like this triangle look. So I'm gonna fill this up a bit. And then I'm actually just gonna grab a little bit of this first. So what I like to do is I like to put the tip of my stuff in, and then that will grab my pieces for me. And I'm not gonna put a lot of this in. Just wanna put a little bit. Make sure I could get that all the way down. Let's add a tiny bit down here. I really love experimenting with different things and trying new things out, like what can we use that we have around the house that we haven't used yet, or we have no idea what to do with it. So I had these beads sitting here for so long, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with these beads? So I thought maybe this piece is too big. I don't like that one. So I thought maybe if I crush it, I might be able to get that little opal look. And if not, I might get a beautiful, like just a shiny chandelier look kind of thing. Because they just really sparkle. And I love the sparkle. So now, let me just get a couple more for the top here. Let's just add a little bit more. I always encourage people just to try new things, because you never know what you could come up with. Okay, let me fill that up just a tad bit more. I feel I need a little bit more of the stone down here. Now I'm just kind of feeling around to see how much of everything I have in here, if I need more, if I have just the right amount. I think I want one down here. There we go. Okay. So pretty happy with the way it feels there. I'm just going to fill this up. Take a look at it. See if you want to spread anything else. Like here, I can see I don't really have too much down at the bottom here. So I'm just going to put a couple more of these right in the bottom. I want to make sure that I'm pushing them towards the front as well. So we're just not seeing it on one side. I want to see this through all of it. All right. Let me do my lighter. Get all my bubbles out of there. And now I will put this under my light and bring out the other one. And let's see. Look how pretty. So between the crushed glass and that glitter, we got a beautiful look. I'm excited to see how the other one turns out. I mean, just beautiful. That's really, really pretty. I almost wish I didn't put the white on, just so I could see exactly how much of the stone is showing over the glitter. So I think, let's try one with just the glitter. Or not the glitter. Let's try one with just the stone to see if that makes a difference. And we'll try it in our little triangle ones here. So I'll put my resin in. Kind of push that around a little bit. All right. And now I'll just add the broken stone here. Oops, I got a hair. Very curious to see if that sparkle shines through as well as I'm hoping. So there is a lot of stone in this one. So we are going to see. I can see it shining in certain areas now. Come on, honey. Yeah. So here, look at, you can see, it almost looks like I put some of that, some of this stuff in there by the way it's shining. So I want to flip that upside down so I get that sparkle in the front. I want all that sparkle in the front if I can. So I'm just going to turn it upside down. And beautiful. So I'm really, really hoping all these pieces shine like those couple are. Let me see if I could turn this. How do you turn this thing down? Oh, no. All right. So I think I got all my bubbles out. And I'm going to stick this under my light as well. All right, so this time I was smart enough to do the back as well right away. Everything feels good. It's not soft. Let's see. Oh, look how pretty. So that looks really, really nice, but I am wondering how much of that crushed glass is really showing. Now I know those bigger yellow ones, and I hope you can see that, is the glass, because you could tell by the shape of it. The sides look really cool. It's like a rainbow look. I really love the sides. The sides are really, really cool. So let's see if we can see any difference. It's so hard to tell with that white and the glitter. So I almost feel like maybe I shouldn't have, but we'll see if the crushed glass is going to shine by itself. So let me get that. And I'm very curious to see if it just went clear through or if, and you can see some sparkle. And you can actually see all the the veins. Or I should say, it looks like the inside is crushed by the way that the crushed glass is laying in there. So that's pretty cool. I actually almost like it better with just the crushed glass because it has more, I think, of a natural look to it. Let's see what this one looks like. That one doesn't have too much shine to it. It's a shame because you can see the way some of it goes. You can really see the shine. So I'm not sure if I would break up my beads again. But at the same time, it's not a terrible look. And if you are going for a more clear look, that crushed glass is taking up a lot of space inside, so you're using less resin. So that's a plus. All in all, I'm not going to say it's a complete fail. I am going to do a paint marker around these and see how those come out. I think they're pretty cute. Like here, like these pieces here, I know that's the stone. You know, I think what I did wrong was I crushed it up too much. I think that's where I went wrong. I think if I would have went bigger stones, like just kind of smashed it and kept them bigger, you would have saw more of the sparkle because those were bigger pieces that you could see in there. So I think that's where I went wrong. I think I crushed it up too much. But all in all, I think it was a pretty cool project and a nice experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed experimenting with me. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.